Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Kold. Today we're going to be trying the Rebel Tropical Twist Sparkling Prebiotic Tonic of the pineapple, passion fruit, and guava. Alright, this is it. This is the Rebel right here. I just took some photos. And we're going to do all shaky. The usual. Until you see no more cloudiness. And I think we're good. Before we read, we're going to get the mason jar. Has been rinsed out. This is a back-to-back episode. I just switched the lighting so red's on that side instead. So let's read this real quick. Hold on. Let's move to the left, actually. No, let's move to the right because the microphone's right there. Love your gut. The benefits of a healthy gut are legendary, and this bottle holds one of the keys: plant prebiotics. These prebiotics help support healthy digestion by feeding your essential gut-friendly bacteria. Along with a balanced high-fiber diet, our prebiotics help nurture and harmonize your digestive system, one sparkling tonic at a time. Love your gut. 6 grams of sugar. We created this potent prebiotic tonic with just 6 grams of sugar per bottle. It's a sparkling, happy gut tonic that satisfies with real pineapple, passion fruit, guava, and lemon, refreshed with purpose. So it looks like it also has elderberry juice and acacia. 10 grams and 1,000 milligrams of elderberry juice, which is really 1 gram with the metric system. Okay. This isn't a tea, this is a tonic, meaning this isn't really kombucha, this is just sparkling water with a bunch of other stuff. Well, you know what? This is an episode of Kold. We're going to try this anyways. This is what I do. I am the premier source of kombucha taste. Not as much of a crack. That's how I know the fizziness is going to be good or not. Is when maybe there's something about the sparkling water instead of tea, but we're just going to give it a pour. You know, I just want to assume before we even start, the color is pretty good. Before we start, I just want to say I'm going to assume this carbonation is low. I could be wrong, but we're just going to go with color, you know, putting it up against here. You know, you can really see that elderberry in there. I remember when I was at Kombucha, I saw this kind of darkish purple. It was like a more of a duller purple. Nothing bad, it's just the color that the elderberry was. And also the guava, maybe the passion fruit. I don't know what color guava actually is or what color passion fruit is, but I am seeing why it's purple, and then I'm assuming the pineapple balances it out with the yellow of the lemon as well. We're gonna give a little sniffy sniff. You know what I thought of? Imagine you have like something like a Tootsie Pop, like the regular cherry flavored Tootsie Pop, and you put it like this far away from your nose, and you. That's what I'm kind of getting here. I don't know. Am I crazy? It kind of smells almost like cough medicine as well. My nose has been weird. I cleansed my palate, used water, so we're just gonna give it a whirl right now. Carbonation, very low, not even there. Just very subtle carbonation. Taste. I'm getting an aftertaste. Meaning I swallowed, right? It's kind of like when you drink cranberry juice and your mouth is a little dry. My mouth isn't dry, but I'm tasting something even after I swallow, and it's like still lingering on my taste buds. That's very interesting. I don't know what that is. I don't know what caused that. That's super interesting. I'm gonna have to look more into that. You know that feeling in school, second grade, let's just say second grade, elementary, and you have your shoebox, right? And you have your shoebox for Valentine's Day. You create the little slit at the top. And you get a Valentine, let's just say like a candy heart, a little heart lollipop from a girl. You know, she's not your crush, but she's a pretty good friend. And so you're not like super ecstatic, but you're pretty happy that your friend got you a Valentine. That's what I feel from this. You know, you're just like sitting there, and you're in second grade, and your friend, her name's probably something like Emily or Abigail, you know, she's not the most popular kid, but she's well known, and it's second grade, like, they haven't gotten there yet, I don't think. But, you know, you're friends with her, both get along, you both like SpongeBob, something like that, but. And you kind of smile, and you almost feel content, because it doesn't matter who else gave you that Valentine, because your friend gave you a Valentine, and that's all that matters. Wow. All that from a sip of kombucha. Imagine, oh man. Imagine reading a poetry or listening to a song or going on that hike or sitting on top of the mountain and just breathing in that fresh air with nothing else on your mind. You're just there and you're staring at just the vast earth. If I explained such emotion from a sip of sparkling tonic, not even kombucha, there's no tea in here. Imagine what you feel like going on an adventure. Imagine how you would feel if you went and go hike the Hollywood sign and you climbed to the top of it and you flew your drone, even though there was a sign that specifically said not to fly your drone, but you still did it anyways, just because you're a rebel. And you got the sickest freaking drone shot ever. And then afterwards, your exhausted body goes to Sweet Greens and gets a salad almost for free because the lady was like, "Oh, I'm sorry it took so long," when it took like 10 minutes to make the salad. But then the lady at the counter, she gives you a tea for free just to make up for it, just to compensate, and everyone in there is just super bubbly and happy just because they love what they're doing. And then you drive through Sunset Boulevard in your car with the windows down, shirtless, with your favorite music from your playlist playing. And you just have your hand out the window, just soaking in the sun rays on your face as well. Almost crying because you just feel so content in life. And then you drive out west more to Malibu. You pack up your little backpack with your drone and your salad and your tea and a blanket. And you got to this point, this rock. You got to the edge of there, and then you hike to that rock. But there's a lot of little cliffs here and there, so you find your own little cliff, and you set your blanket down, you have music playing, and you're eating your salad. That looks amazing, by the way. Drinking a tea, drinking a kombucha, overlooking the Pacific coast, and there's just seagulls flying, and there's rocks that the waves are crashing into, and you just feel the warmth of the sun on your whole body, and you almost don't want that moment to end. So you just stare. You sit on that cliff and you just stare. You stare at the ocean and you stare at the waves. Because you know that life won't be the same after that day. You're going to head back up to Idaho, or you're going to have to go back to work doing a job where you feel worthless doing it. You have war to deal with in a few months, and not only that, but you're dealing with this thing called gender dysphoria, which is something you've tried to ignore for your whole life. And there was a little spike during your teenage years, but it was mixed with a lot of trauma and a lot of sexual deviancy, and so you're confused about, is this a fetish or is this my identity? And then you become mature, and then you realize that this gender dysphoria is back. You just wonder, what do I do with this? What do I do? So, wow. All that from a sip. All that emotion from a sip of sparkling tonic. I'm gonna be real, I did not expect this video to... I didn't expect this video to get to this point. I thought I was just gonna have another episode where I just taste kombucha. Where I just taste this beverage and I give my review, I give my color, smell, taste, and then I tell you that this is much better than the Strawberry Serenity because it has that aftertaste to it. And then I would have given this a 4.7 because it's pretty dang good, even though it's not a kombucha. But then you just feel the energy in some things more than others, you know? The fact that at first this tonic didn't have any taste, but after you swallow the kombucha, you taste the notes and the flavors afterwards. It's the same thing that happened in this video, where you talk about a Valentine that's made up in your head. You didn't even mean to talk about it, and then those flavors and tastes reveal something more. Well, I rate this kombucha. Frick! I rate this tonic a 4.7 out of 5. It's very good. The carbonation isn't as high, but carbonation isn't everything. For me, taste is the biggest thing. At first, when you swish it in your mouth initially, you don't really taste anything. It's only after you swallow and the flavors and notes stay on your taste buds and they just still dance on your tongue. Thank you for watching this. My name is, well, let's just say that I will be replaced by the next evolution.